Hello! In this video, we will learn how to assign fresh leads to sales teams. We will also cover the functionality of the data grid that is used in the Assign Leads to Teams program. That grid is also used in many other programs in Direct Results Telemarketing. We will use the program and the grid within the program to segment leads and assign them to various sales teams. We will also cover how to correct any assignment mistakes. Before you can assign leads to teams, you will need to import some leads. If you're not sure how to import leads, please watch the video series titled Importing Sales Leads before you watch this video. Once leads have been imported to your call center, you need to assign them to your sales teams. From the main menu, click Leads, then Assign Leads to Teams. To run this program, you must have enough access rights. The program is available to call center managers, call center administrators, general managers, and system administrators. When the program opens, it loads all available fresh leads for your call center. It loads leads that have not yet been assigned to any teams. They are loaded into a grid. To assign leads, you need to complete 3 steps as shown here. First, you have to select the leads that you want to assign. Then select the presentation or script, and finally select a team. In our example, we have 18 available leads to assign. In your environment, you may have hundreds or even thousands of leads to assign. This program makes it fast and easy to assign many leads to many teams. You can sort the leads and filter them, and select to show only a certain number of leads. Each company has their own strategy for distributing leads to their sales teams. In DRT, you can segment your available leads in many different ways to zero in on the ones that you want to assign, using the controls in top of this window and the grid. Let me explain some of these controls and selections. If you have access rights of general manager or system administrator, you can select the call center that you want to work in using this drop-down menu. Otherwise, that selection is preloaded for you with your call center and it's locked. I can switch to Arizona call center, and we see that there are no leads to be assigned for Arizona at this time. I'll switch back to California. Now we see that we have 18 available leads and they're listed in this grid. We have 0 selected leads. As you select leads, this number updates. And as you unselect them, it also updates. If we had hundreds or thousands of available leads, we would want to limit the number of leads in the grid to a manageable number, and we would do that by entering a number here. I can say to show me only 10 leads. If I had, say, 2,000 leads to assign, I may specify to show me 100 leads to work with 100 leads at a time. I'm going to switch this back to 18. As you assign leads to teams, they disappear from this grid. You can bring them back if you need to by unchecking this checkbox titled Hide Assigned Leads. I have not assigned anything yet, so it doesn't make a difference here. This checkbox refers to the aging of leads. DRT allows you to age leads, meaning you can specify a number of days to wait before leads become available for assignment. One reason companies age leads, for example, is to allow enough time for customers to receive their package in the mail. If you want to age your leads, you can specify that under System Admin Settings in the Aging Leads section. Here we have specified 10 days as our aging period. When we have specified to allow operator to override aging and assign all leads if he chooses to. So our operator can see the leads that are aging by unchecking this box, and here we see that the number of available leads jumps to 21. So we had 3 leads that had purchased after 5/16/2014, and we can see that by looking at our last purchase date And we see that in fact 3 of the leads have a purchase date of 5/25/2014. I'm going to check that box again, and we have 18 available leads again. Now onto the grid. This is a very powerful and flexible grid. It allows you to move columns around by simple drag and drop. You simply grab the column by its column heading, click, and drag it to the position that you want to see it, and then let go, and there it is. You can also resize columns by hovering your mouse cursor over the right border until it turns into a double-sided arrow, and clicking and dragging, and that resizes the column. You can pin columns down by clicking on this pin icon. When I pin the state down, it jumps to the beginning and becomes pinned down, as illustrated by this pin here. Now when I scroll, notice that state does not move out of view, and I could pin my important columns, in this case state and last spent, and now when I scroll, those are always in place. Pinning also works on rows. If I wanted to see the top rows all the time, I could pin them down, and now when I scroll vertically, the top rows do not change. These 2 remain in place, and the rest below them scroll. I'm going to push them out and unpin them again. Okay. Let's start assigning some leads. Let's say I want to assign leads to teams by purchase amount, which is a common way of assigning leads. This is the amount that each lead spent in their last transaction with our company. I want my top closers to get the best leads and maximize our ROI. I start by sorting the leads on amount spent. I'm going to scroll to amount spent. I click on the column heading and it sorts it in ascending order. I click it again and it sorts it in descending order, putting the larger numbers on top. I can pin this down and push it to the first column. I'm going to select these top 4 leads and assign them to my team. Now notice that these 2 buttons are disabled at this time. As soon as I select the first one, my select presentation button becomes enabled. I'm going to select 4 leads here. These are the 4 top dollar amounts, and I'm going to assign them to my team. But before I assign them to the team, I have to select the presentation. Presentation, also known as script in some call centers, is the sales script that the marketers are going to read, and it also sets the value of each lead. Here we've specified that these leads for this particular script are valued at $120 each, and for the sales script they're valued at $125. I'm going to select the top script or presentation, and notice that as soon as I double click on this, my assign to team button will be enabled. There it is. Now I've selected my presentation for these 4 assignments, and I can confirm that by seeing here presentation selected. It shows me the name of the presentation. Step 3, I click on assign to teams, and I select the team that I want to assign to. In this case, my team winners, which had the best performance last week, so I'm going to give them the best leads here. I'm going to select them, double click on them. I'm asked to confirm that I want to assign these 4 leads to team winners, and I say yes. And here we are. Notice that my number of leads went down from 18 to 14 because I assigned 4 leads already. So the system hides assigned leads so you can continue to assign until you are done with all your leads. If I wanted to view the leads that I just assigned, I would simply uncheck this box, and now if I scroll, I see them here. Under the team, the ones that have value here have already been assigned. and I can change my mind and assign them to another team if I wanted to. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to hide assigned leads, and we see our 14 leads here again. Now let's check out our handy filter option. You can filter rows based on values in any column. You start the filter by clicking on the funnel icon. Each column has one. I want to select everyone who paid $29. So I'll click on the funnel icon in the last spent column. The program shows me the various price points available in my leads. So each of our 14 remaining leads paid either $20 or $29. I'm going to select $29. And the rows are filtered to show only those leads. I can tell the filter is active because the funnel icon turns black. To reset individual filters, click on the funnel icon again and select all. You can filter on multiple columns. For instance, I can filter, in addition to the dollars spent, I can filter on state and select Ohio. That gives me only one record. To reset multiple filters, just click on any of these controls on top. There, and it's all reset. So back to our filters, I'm going to select $29, which is the next highest amount, and I'm going to select all of these leads. My presentation is already selected, and if I don't need to change it, I don't need to click this button anymore. I'll just go to assign to teams and assign these leads to Majestic's team and confirm. Now I have 8 leads left to assign. I'll select all of these and assign them to team Thoroughbreds. When the grid is empty, I know that I'm done assigning leads and I can exit. This concludes this video. I hope you found it useful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified when new videos are added. For more information about Direct Results Telemarketing, please visit our website at www.directresultstelemarketing.com. Thank you.